Okay. Right. We are recording and we're just streaming to Facebook. It just takes a moment to upload. Excellent. Okay. We are live. Beautiful. Okay. We are all systems go. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining in. This, guys and gals, I don't know why I said guys. There's no guys in here. Gals, I am here with my amazing client, Alison, who I'd say, more over the last 6 months, has gone from huge resistance to change, giving into cravings, drinking alcohol, we all do, struggling with consistency, to controlling cravings, letting go of trauma, releasing that resistance, and so much more. I've got an entire list ready. I've got notes. I had to write notes because there were so many good things and bullet points that we've achieved that I was like, okay, I need to write these up. And so we're going to talk about some of the things that were most helpful for you, Alison, in your program, in your time here. And hopefully Alison will be able to share some of her top tips. Throwing you under the bus there. Excellent. Okay, so Alison, thank you so much. I appreciate you for jumping on. Sometimes jumping on a Zoom and a recording, people get a little bit flustered. So I know you're going to smash this. So before we start, can you just like paint a picture, give us an idea of what you were experiencing before when we first started talking?
So I was sort of binge eating a lot in the evenings, snacking, quite unhealthy snacks, crisps, and I was already vegan, but eating lots of like vegan junk, fake meats, vegan chocolate, the kids' biscuits, all that kind of thing. I was drinking alcohol regularly as well, and I'd quite easily have a bottle of wine. And once I'd had a bottle of wine, then I would just binge even more. Unsurprisingly, I was suffering with acid reflux, and it was getting me down. My energy was low, and I've lost weight in the past, and then put it back on, and just couldn't stop this like cycle. I would just go back to the crappy eating, and yeah.
In and out of this cycle of, because you did mention that when you're training for marathons, by the way, we have an absolute freaking beast and an athlete with us. So while you were training, can we just say I should have started this? Alison's literally just finished a 20-mile run. Like, what the actual hell? She literally jumped on the Zoom and be like, hey, sorry, just got caught in a storm. But I'm okay to start now. And I'm like, what on earth? Like, I'm rushing coming from like my bedroom or the toilet to the desk, and you've just come in from a 20-mile run. Absolutely insane. So what was happening? I remember you saying that you were going in and out of like marathons, and in between those trainings, things would just really take a nosedive. Is that right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I would. I'd be sort of give myself an excuse that I need the extra calories, which is true. I do need the extra calories, but the kind of calories I was having weren't the kind of calories that I really wanted to be having. Yeah.
Okay. And what did you try? Have you tried anything before for your health, for weight, for overall well-being?
Yeah, so I've done sort of calorie restrictive diets before, but then just gone back to my old ways again afterwards. And I've just, told myself I'm not going to do it anymore over and over again, but just carried on doing it, and not been able to stop, or felt unable to stop. I just couldn't understand why I was doing it. I just felt like the cravings were too strong.
Too strong to handle, to beat.
Yeah, to ignore and to overcome, and yeah.
And I don't want to dive into it in too much information, as I mentioned as well, but towards the end of working together, we kind of started uncovering a little bit of resistance. If you're willing to share anything around this at all, anything that you kind of discovered or uncovered about yourself that might have been stopping you or holding you back.
Yeah, so even though things improved sort of, 100-fold, there was still something holding me back. And sometimes I would feel like I was struggling with the consistency. Like I say, it was nothing like it was, but even so, it was still there. And I suffered a really sort of traumatic period in my life. And I thought that was about 10 years ago. And I thought I'd dealt with it. And we did a meditation exercise. And it came to light. It hasn't been dealt with, and it was still lingering. And it was one of the things that I was still holding on to. And I was afraid of sort of facing again. And I was sort of trying to eat my emotions away.
Okay. And that was something, please correct me if I'm wrong, was that something that you recognized you were doing at the time, or was it something that we only discovered in the session?
Just something we discovered in the session. I had no idea that was happening.
So just to put it into context, Alison and I have been coaching together for about a year. And throughout that time, we were both blissfully unaware about this underlying resistance. Now, of course, we've tried so many different tactics and models and methods and stuff to get around this resistance, but it wasn't ultimately until we had this one session that it was just like, wow, all of this information has come to light. And we've kind of recognized that there was this underlying resistance to change, to dealing with the traumatic experience and being able to overcome that, to know that you're inner child, to know that the traumatic experience that you've had is now past. It's now a safe place to live, like inside your body and your environment. And with that, we were able to start creating a little bit more movement and momentum towards your goals, would you say?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
It was very incredible. And I'm not just saying this because we're on camera, but everything about your energy since that session has been so much lighter. And I don't know if you're feeling it. I mean, like the smile on your face, like, that's not to say that you used to come to our sessions without a smile, but she'd be like, oh, Bianca again. No, I'm kidding. But everything about your energy, Alison, has shifted for me personally. I've seen you for an hour every single week for the last year, and just everything in your demeanor has shifted. And it feels like, to me, we made a huge revelation in understanding in yourself, in your mindset, why you've been self-sabotaging, why it's been stopping you. And definitely feel like we're starting to create a safe place for you to be able to achieve your goals, as I mentioned earlier.
Yeah, I would absolutely
Amazing.
agree. Yeah, I do feel lighter, so much lighter. Yeah.
Amazing. And like I said, like your energy, your smile, you seem like a totally different person. Like, while you've been quite very humorous, we've had a lot of fun in our sessions. Like, you're a lot of fun. Just something has definitely shifted since that session, and it's fantastic to see the snowball effect. And you've got so much to give the world as well, and I feel like that was holding you back a little bit from making some great changes in the world.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Okay, so where are you now? Give us a little picture of what you're achieving and experiencing now.
I feel really positive. I feel in control. I'm not eating junk food anymore. I don't have acid reflux anymore.
That acid reflux, that was awesome. That went after about a month or 2 months, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
And I remember saying to you after like 2.5 months, being like, oh, so how's the acid reflux? And you're like, oh shit, I forgot I even had that. Like that went so long ago. That's awesome.
Yeah. I feel more energetic, lighter, stronger. I've even got faster times with my running. I feel good.
Absolutely smashing it. Well, I think we need a little bit more acknowledgement and an applause for everything else that you've done. So here's my list of things that I've accumulated over the last few weeks. So obviously you're eating much more plant-based foods, less of the the vegan junk food, and more of the plant-based foods. Noticing how different foods make you feel. I'm just going to slip in here while it's in my mind as well. Really tuning in and dialing into your body's natural fullness cues as well. That was definitely something that took a while to pin down, but there's been some huge progress in there, which ultimately means that you're not overeating. Feeling more in touch with your body, enjoying journaling, which was that was yeah, I thought you were going to sack me after I told you to do it the first time, and then I persisted and we got somewhere. But I think it's really interesting. And just a quick side note here, journaling is an incredibly powerful tool, but for people who have experienced trauma, it can be scary, it can be worrying, and something that we can fear massively because we might have to relive the experience in order for us to progress. And journaling really pulls that out of you. It's like a magnet to trauma. And so, but without the journaling, health and wellness, like overall, the overall journey for health and wellness and weight loss is really supported by the journaling, right? So the thing is when you've got trauma and then you've got the weight loss and the overall health and well-being improvements, and we add journaling to the mix, you've got so much that you're trying to deal with. So at first there was huge resistance to it, but again, since that, you were doing it a little bit beforehand, but definitely since that session, really helped uncover some things, get to the root issue of things, and hopefully it's been a bit of a cathartic journey for you since.
Yeah, it has. Yeah.
Fantastic. So looking healthier, feeling better, more energy, you're cooking some beautiful, well-balanced meals. And I love that you said you were like, oh, if I honestly, if I wasn't working with you, 1,000% I would have gained weight. Gained weight.
Absolutely. Oh yeah.
And was that was just the typical like up and downs of your previous journey before we started talking?
Yeah.
So to be able to manage your weight and keep it at a consistent level where you're feeling energized, where you're running record after record for yourself and hitting PBs, excellent. Like, we're building muscle. You're running a lot, so you're building muscle. So the reason why some people might be watching this and being like, oh, but how about weight? The problem is because Alison is running a lot, and I mean a lot. She runs more than I run to the toilet, which is saying something, because she runs a lot and she's doing strength training as well. We didn't take any body measurements, so it's very difficult to work out if and how she's lost any fat and what muscle she's gained. So although the scales have pretty much wavered it around the same weight, all of these things have changed. And being able to manage your weight is definitely a huge win for someone who's constantly nosediving in between competitions, right?
Oh yeah, I definitely look better, and yeah, I've got some muscle definition. Yeah, people have even commented and said how oh God, look at your muscles and things like that.
Yes, love it. Before anyone asks, I don't give out workout plans, unfortunately, but I can give you mine. But we will get that pull up, won't we, Alison?
Yes,
we will get
working on it. Yeah.
So the list, I haven't finished with the list yet. So taking more me time, I love this as well, that we've been able to start implementing. It's something that we're working on, but it's something that we've started implementing. It's a really quality time with yourself, not only to help heal the trauma, to help with the process of that, but also just to unwind, de-stress, stop releasing so much cortisol, being a mother, a fitness fanatic, a workaholic as well. Like, you're a busy lady. You're a busy lady. You help people throughout the day. That's exhausting. I know. So taking more me time is incredible. I love the fact as well that you said that you swapped doom scrolling for reading.
Yeah.
Like, how incredible is that? How incredible.
Oh yeah, I'm loving it as well. Yeah.
Awesome. Can you tell me a little bit more about this one as well?
Yeah, so I'd just spend an evening in front of the telly with my phone, and then I'd go to bed and I'd carry on looking at my phone, and I'd be, like I say, doom scrolling until my eyes were closing, and then I'd put my phone down and go to sleep. Whereas now I turn my phone off or on silent at 9:30. I go up to bed and read, do a bit of meditation and read, and I'm really enjoying the reading. And yeah, I'm getting through books, and yeah, that's what I used to love, and I'm doing it more again.
Fantastic. And I love that you're doing more of what you love because you've got more energy. You've been able to control your time. You've been able to stop spending time guzzling, as you would say, stop spending time like binge eating in the evenings. And instead of calling binge eating in the evenings in front of Netflix me time, your me time is now the meditation and the reading and actually spending quality time with yourself instead of numbing out. Fantastic, fantastic. Not buying junk food at the weekends. Oh, here we go. Guzzle. This is part of my notes. So alcohol, crisps, and sweets. When was the last? Be honest with me. This is a dangerous one to ask. When was the last time?
The last time was it sort of ramped up a little bit over Christmas because I was started drinking a bit more. And the last time was, I can't even tell you exactly when it was, but it was a date in January when I had a bottle of wine, and then the guzzle came out. Although the guzzle wasn't as bad as the usual guzzle, it was nuts and stuff, so it wasn't like crisps and what have you. But even so, yeah. So yeah, that was January. But the last time I did it with like junk food, I can't even remember. Yeah.
That's amazing. Love that. Love that. Beautiful. So a lot of progress in the last 3 months, but even before that, some huge progress. Huge progress. Awesome. And some things that you mentioned that you're proud of feeling in control in the evening times, continuing the habit. Sorry, this list is, I told you, it's a huge list. I had so much to go through. Water intake has shot up, much more consistency at the moment, and getting in a little bit more movement, even though you're a marathon runner, which is absolutely insane. So is there anything else that I've missed? Have I missed anything?
I don't think so, no. Can't think of anything.
Okay. So I'd love to go over some three things. I can't talk today, so it's ridiculous. 3 things that were really helpful for you that made a huge difference.
Well, having Bianca on my back.
When she said, just pre-frame, when she says on her back,
I mean, on my side.
Okay. I was going to say, this makes it sound like I'd like come around to your house with a baseball bat or something.
So yeah, just journaling things, noticing things, trying different things, experimenting, like with the fullness, experimenting. That was really helpful. So stopping eating before I was full and seeing how that felt. Yeah, and journaling down things. What else was really helpful? The magic meal plate was really helpful, even though that was like millions of years ago now. It's been
that was something that we did a year ago, and you have been hella consistent with it.
Yeah.
And you share. Yeah, absolutely. And you were able to get off of fake meat down to this, like, so the magic meal plate, just for a little bit of context, is kind of a signature method that I show clients on how to create balanced meals all the time, so that you're not deficient, so that you're not running out of energy. You're not going to end up being deficient in any particular macronutrient, micronutrient. Helps you stay fuller for longer, and it's optimized for weight loss, for fat loss, right? So, and this system you utilized and implemented a couple of weeks after we first started, and you share a lot of the cooking with your partner as well, with your husband. So even your husband was able to join in and create these magic meals as well.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and he still does. Yeah, it's just become
Amazing.
a nature now.
Yeah, fantastic. These healthy, well-balanced, well-rounded meals. Fantastic. Okay, so you gave me quite a few tips. So would you say journaling? Big tip. Listening, I think I heard that right. Like dialing into your own fullness and just being incredibly mindful about the food that you're putting in. That's a general summary on my part. Sorry.
Yeah, no, that's right. Yeah.
Okay. And the third one, the magic meal plate.
Yeah.
Okay. You have to sign up to be a client to figure out what that one is. So we've got the magic meal plates, and making sure that your meals, basically make sure that your meals are well balanced and well varied, every single one. Make sure that you're tuning into your body and starting to listen to the internal cues that your body is saying, and because usually it tells you that you've had enough food. We don't want to wait until we're full, per se. We just want to wait until we've had enough. And journaling. I definitely think journaling has been the biggest takeaway for you, even though the first 7 months, you refused almost to do it.
Yeah, I was very resistant, and it was, I think, because of this trauma. I just thought, oh no, I'm going to have to write about this, and I don't want to, and I was frightened. But that's not how it's been at all. It's been good, and I like journaling now. It's fun, and yeah.
Oh, amazing. Oh, amazing. Is there anything else that you would like to share with anyone who might be struggling or thinking about getting help, but they're maybe on the fence?
I would just say, just go for it, because it's it's helped me so much. I'm really grateful, and I'd say go for it, and you can do it, and it's liberating.
Amazing. Well, Alison, thank you so much for joining me. The change in you is absolutely profound. You're an absolute inspiration. It's been so much fun, and in the nicest possible way. I hope I don't see you again. In the nicest possible way, with all of my heart. No, I hope we do keep in touch, but your change has been phenomenal, and definitely keep in touch, because I want to hear how you're going in a few months' time, because I know you're going to be smashing more PBs and reaching all the goals that you want to reach. Would you care to share what your goals are?
I want to run a sub 3:30 marathon. I'm chipping away at it. And then after that, I want to set a new goal and just see how far I can take it. So that's the biggest one, really.
Continuously pushing yourself to be the best
version of
yourself. The best version of yourself ever is right now. So absorb it, enjoy it, and just be you. So proud of you, Alison. Thank you so much for joining me. You can probably just jump off, and I'll stop recording now. Awesome. So it's stopped the live stream. I'm just going to stop the... No, we're still on Facebook.